Let me ask you something. Have you ever told yourself, I'm just not good at this? I could never do what they're doing. I'm too late to learn that. If you have, you're not broken. You're human.
But what if I told you those exact thoughts are the walls between who you are today and who you're truly capable of becoming? Because here's the truth. Success isn't about talent. It's not about luck. It's about mindset. And today we're unlocking the most powerful one of all, the growth mindset. What is a growth mindset? Imagine two people standing at the edge of a cliff staring at a bridge made of ropes. One says, I'm not crossing that. I've never done this before. What if I fall? The other says, I've never done this before. What a perfect time to learn. That right there, that's the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. A fixed mindset believes our abilities are carved in stone. That talent is something you're born with. And if you're not naturally good at something, it's not meant for you. It's the student who always aced exams without studying, and the moment they fail, they crumble. Not because they aren't capable, but because they were never taught that struggle is part of the story. On the flip side, the growth mindset says, I may not be there yet, but I can get there. It's the musician practicing scales for the 100th time, adjusting posture, reworking finger positions, watching themselves grow note by note. It's the entrepreneur failing her first 3 launches, learning from every misstep, and finally landing the product that changes the game. The growth mindset isn't some fluffy positive thinking. It's the grit beneath progress. It's a lens that turns obstacles into fuel and failure into feedback. And it's not something you're born with, it's something you build. Character. The benefits of a growth mindset. Let's bring this to life with 2 giants. Elon Musk. Do you really think SpaceX nailed their rocket landings on the first try? Those early launches were fireballs, both literal and financial. But Elon didn't retreat. He reviewed, learned, pivoted. Because for him, failure wasn't a dead end, it was data, or Serena Williams. She's been injured, criticized, underestimated, and yet, she never let any of that define her. Why? Because she wasn't chasing perfection. She was chasing improvement, and that's the shift. A fixed mindset says, I failed, I'm not good enough. A growth mindset says, I failed, so what can I learn? But it's not just for world-famous names. In your workplace, the growth mindset shows up when you ask for feedback instead of fearing it, collaborate instead of competing. Say, let's figure this out, instead of, this isn't my job. It changes how you lead, how you show up, how you handle setbacks, new roles, creative blocks, and pressure. It's not about being the best, it's about always becoming your best. Cultivating a growth mindset. Let's be honest, we all have a voice in our head that whispers things like, you're not creative. You're too old to start over. You've never been good at this, so why try now? These aren't truths. They're stories we've told ourselves for so long, they feel like facts. But here's the exciting part. You can rewrite that narrative, and it starts with awareness. First step, catch the limiting belief. The next time that voice says, I can't do this, pause. Ask yourself, is this belief helping me grow or holding me back? Then flip the script. I'm not good at public speaking becomes, I'm learning to communicate with confidence. I've never led a team becomes, every great leader started as a beginner. This isn't about blind positivity, it's about empowered truth. Next, stretch your comfort zone, intentionally. Growth doesn't happen in the zone of ease. It happens in the zone of uncertainty. Take the class. Start the side project. Apply for the opportunity that scares you a little. You don't need to be ready. You need to be willing. And when fear shows up, because it will, meet it with mindfulness. Apps like Headspace and Calm can help, but even 60 seconds of deep breathing can shift your entire response. Mindfulness grounds you in the now, so you're not paralyzed by future what-ifs or past failures. Because when your mind is clear, your potential expands. Actionable strategies for growth. Now, let's make this practical. Because a mindset is only as powerful as the habits that support it. Here are 3 simple but transformative strategies you can implement right now. 1. Set smart goals. Forget vague resolutions like, I want to be better. Instead, go specific. I'll write 200 words a day for the next 30 days. I'll complete 1 online course on communication by the end of the month. Why? Because progress becomes visible, measurable, achievable, and each small win builds confidence momentum. 2. Actively seek feedback. High performers don't wait for feedback. They ask for it. They go to mentors and say, what's one thing I could improve this week? Not because they're insecure, but because they're committed to growth. Criticism stops feeling personal when you realize it's not about your worth. It's about your next level. 3. Celebrate your growth milestones. Don't just hustle and move on. Pause. Reflect. Acknowledge. Finished a hard task? Celebrate. Handled a tough conversation with more grace than before? Celebrate. Said no to something that wasn't aligned with your goals? That's growth too. Each celebration reinforces the belief that you are growing and that you're capable of more, because you are. And when you live from that truth, the impossible starts to look like a plan in progress. Shaul, living with a growth mindset, let's get real for a moment. This journey of becoming your best self isn't about checking boxes. It's not about perfection or hustle 24/7 or pretending to have it all figured out. It's about becoming the kind of person who shows up, learns, grows, and keeps going. So how do we actually live that? 1. Embrace lifelong learning. Read books that challenge your thinking. Watch documentaries that expand your world. Listen to podcasts that stretch your perspective. Platforms like Coursera, Masterclass, EDX, they're packed with wisdom at your fingertips. But beyond platforms, learning happens in every conversation, every experience, every failure. Keep asking, what is life trying to teach me right now? The moment you stop learning is the moment you stop growing. 2. Say yes to new experiences. Growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from contrast. Say yes to things that scare you just enough. Yes to the stage. Yes to the challenge. Yes to the opportunity you don't feel 100% ready for. Because courage is built in the moment after your doubt, and right before your next level. Travel somewhere unfamiliar. Start learning a new language. Try something that feels wildly out of character, and let it reveal character you didn't know you had. That's where your potential lives, just beyond your current routine. 3. Practice radical self-compassion. Here's the truth that high achievers often forget. You can't grow from a place of shame. You grow from a place of grace. You will stumble. You will mess up. You will fall short sometimes. That's not failure. That's feedback. So when the voice of judgment shows up, meet it with love. Tell yourself, I'm not behind. I'm becoming. I'm not broken. I'm building. I'm not failing. I'm figuring it out. Because a growth mindset isn't just about what you achieve. It's about how you relate to yourself while you're becoming who you're meant to be. Final takeaway and call to action. So here's your invitation. Not to be perfect. Not to get it all done overnight. But to choose growth every single day. Set a small, specific goal this week. Ask for feedback. Do one thing that scares you. Celebrate one thing you've overcome. Speak to yourself with more kindness. Because every time you make that choice, you're not just building skills. You're building someone unshakable. You're building you, version 2.0. So let's stop waiting for permission. Let's start owning the fact that the next level of your life is one shift in mindset away. Let's grow. Let's go.